Thank you for joining us here on Doctor's Nutrition. This morning, we're going to be talking about something really important and yet very common, vitamin C.
Yeah, I think vitamin C it kind of gets overlooked because they're like, oh yeah, boost the immune system and that's it. And it's just vitamin C. But vitamin C is so important. I mean, vitamin C is one of those vitamins that without it, you actually get scurvy, you actually get disease processes from not having enough vitamin C.
And believe it or not, we're seeing more of that actually in the literature.
Yes.
Where they're actually seeing these things like scurvy.
Because the American diet is so bad that vitamin C is not very abundant in a lot of the packaged processed foods that people are eating. So the vitamin C, we're just going to tell you a little bit today about the other benefits of vitamin C. I mean, we all know that it helps the immune system. Everybody knows if you're starting to get a cold, if you're starting to have a problem, take a little vitamin C and it does help. But what else does it help?
Well, I'll bet you didn't know that it really helps blood pressure either.
And why does it help blood pressure?
Well, the vitamin C itself is so important in the actual endothelium, which is the inside of your arteries. So it keeps those arteries flexible, actually helps collagen. Now, all you ladies out there that have been going out buying collagen, make sure you're getting enough vitamin C and your body can actually make collagen. It has to.
Yeah,
collagen
and you
day.
actually need the vitamin C. Even if you take collagen, you need the vitamin C to help support your own collagen and help that collagen help you. So vitamin C is essential for collagen production. And when it talks about collagen production, it is not just in the skin.
No.
You need collagen everywhere in your body in order to support the gut, for one. I mean, the gut has to have collagen in order to help its joints and in there, the little junctions between the cells. And so the collagen is so important. Another big thing that vitamin C does is helps oxidative stress. What is oxidative stress?
Well, oxidative stress is when something becomes damaged from oxidation, and we get radical oxygen species, you get damage to the tissues, and we talked about in other videos about things like oxidized LDL, damaged LDL, and damaged LDL is a real problem. Any damaged tissue is a problem.
It is. And vitamin C is one of those really important things. We have used for years vitamin C as part of our reversing plaque protocol, which we've had a lot of other videos talking about reversing plaque. We always tend to use our liposomal C with it because of the way it helps the endothelial lining. The body kind of works in good ways. If it knows it has damaged area, it will lay down plaque to protect it. Plaque is actually a protective mechanism.
It's true.
But when you get too much of it, you block off the blood flow. So if you help with helping that endothelial lining in the arteries, then you're not going to lay down the plaque. And so that's kind of what C is good at. It actually helps the oxidative stress. It helps the damage that's done to the lining. It strengthens the vessels, and it's been shown to help the elasticity.
That's because of that collagen production.
And that's another reason why it helps blood pressure. What do they say when you're getting old? You have hardening of the arteries.
Right.
Well, what keeps you from getting hardening of the arteries? Well, things like vitamin C.
Exactly.
Now, there's other things that help as well. Your grapeseed extract. We have our vascular support BP that does it. But you have to have the vitamin C. That's one of your basics. We always say start with the basics and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
And C, we're going to tell you the differences in vitamin C.
Yeah, regular vitamin C, whether it's a pill, whether it's a capsule, if it's a powder, that really doesn't matter. Somewhere between 15 to 19% is all you can absorb in that range. That's not much. If you think if you take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, you might get 190 out of it at most. Okay, so that's not a lot. So everybody thinks, 1,000 vitamin C is going to be plenty. Probably not. Because what we look at, and if we do some IV therapies, we'll put in some pretty big doses of vitamin C in an IV therapy, and because it's so good at healing. Now, when you look at, we got a formulation that we call liposomal vitamin C. Liposomal means that we've taken vitamin C, we've wrapped it up in a liposome, which is basically lecithin, and now the body sees that and absorbs it as a fat, not as an acid. Now, once it absorbs it as that fat, goes into the system, gets to the liver. Eventually, the liver takes it apart. Now we've got huge doses of vitamin C and the lecithin, which is good for cell membranes, things like that. Now, what's the absorption rate on that? Well, between 90 to 93%.
Right. So it is your best way of taking it orally. Now, IV, of course, you get 100% absorption because it's straight into the vessels. Right. But most people don't have access to that, especially on a daily basis. So what you want to do is you want to do liposomal C, take it every day, and it helps with all kind of problems. It helps your skin. I mean, it helps the insides and the outsides. People that are more worried about what they look like, that helps that too. Yeah. So vitamin C is one of those things. Now, taking it in other forms, you can't go as high of a dose or it'll give you diarrhea because you only absorb up to 19% of it, the rest of it's dumped into the bowels. And that's why you'll get diarrhea when you get too much vitamin C. The liposomal is way less likely. I can't say never, because if you took a huge amount, you probably could. But it is not when we take our standard couple teaspoons of liposomal C, we don't see a lot of diarrhea.
But when you look at a teaspoon of this liposomal vitamin C gives you 1,250 milligrams of vitamin C total. And you can absorb 90% of it or better. Okay, that's a big dose of vitamin C. That's almost getting up there in that IV range.
It is.
Really is.
The good thing is, it's available. It is something that you can do every day, help your health, help the cardiovascular health, help your collagen, help a lot of different things. It's not just for the immune system, but it does still help the immune system as well.
It does that too. There's no doubt
Now,
about
if you
it.
liked our video, subscribe and like it, and so that we can do many more for you.
Thank you again for joining us.